This is the 18.5-inch barreled GForce Arms GF25. It's an AR-style mag-fed 12-gauge shotgun that's as sleek as a panther but packs the punch of a heavyweight champ. So if you're looking for a scattergun that blends both an AR-15 ergonomics with the raw power of a 12-gauge shotgun, this may have to be on your short list. Let's dive into why. Forget your grandpa's clunky old shotgun. This thing definitely handles a little bit more as you would expect from an AR-15. This thing is fairly light, coming in at 7.5 pounds, and overall has a very nice grip and finish and feel to it, much like you would expect from any standard AR-15, with some exceptions. Of course, being 12 gauge being one of those exceptions. Starting with the tip, you do have a nice barrel cover. It is made out of metal, and it does give a faux suppressor kind of look, and I believe that is what it is intended for. Overall, it is well made and does add a nice look to the overall shotgun. Following that back just a little bit farther, we do have our front and rear sights. These are flip-up sights, and they do come pre-installed out of the box, which is always nice. That is attached to a quad Picatinny front portion rail here, which is going to be great for any of the lasers, lights, or grips that you're going to want to put on the bottom of the shotgun. If we head on down to the bottom, you will notice it is just a small portion of key mod mounting, which will be very nice. Following that handguard back, it does leave us to the rear portion of Picatinny, which is going to be great for any other optics that you're going to want to mount on here. Now, one thing I will note, I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but when you have your sights folded down, they still function as sights. Just a nice little side note. So whether they're up or down, you can still aim down using the little sights here. And then flipping up, of course, makes them a little bit taller, which is where that cheek rest comes in handy, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Down from that Picatinny rail, you do have a charging handle. Again, comes pre-installed out of the box and works very nicely and as expected. Keeping that AR-15 style, you do have an AR-15 style mag release right here. Press it in, your mag falls out, and it does insert the same way as well. Sometimes I find that AR-15 style shotguns, you almost have to insert the mag backwards and then rock it in. This one likes to be inserted perfectly from the bottom, exactly as you would expect, which is very nice. Flipping her to the other side, you can see that we do have our bolt release right here. It is an AR-15 style bolt release, so giving it a nice slap will close it and then function as you would expect. That does lead us now to the trigger. So without further ado, let's talk about that. The trigger on here has very, very little travel on it. Let me show you what I mean. So as you grab that trigger and pull it back, there is almost no movement, and then it just immediately breaks. It is as if you hit that wall immediately. There's just the smallest amount of travel at all, and then it breaks. So overall, it feels very nice. The reset is a little bit of movement, bang, and then again that trigger pull, I mean just the slightest amount of movement, and then bang. It's almost not even worth reporting on it and saying that there's no movement because that's how little there really is. Overall, the trigger does feel good, especially for a 12-gauge shotgun. Keeping on that left side, you do have a safety that is a 90-degree safety and functions like any AR that you have used. Now, down to the grip. GForce Arms gives you a nice rubber grip. Now, this grip is going to be mildly aggressively textured on the back and the sides with a more aggressive texture right here on the front. Now, what's nice about that is there is also a single finger groove. So because it's rubber, if your hand starts to sweat, you're not going to lose that grip because you have a nice already built-in groove that's going to hold your hand in place. So it's comfortable to hold and your hand's not going anywhere even after about a dozen rounds on the range. Falling back to the final portion of this 12 gauge from GForce. They do include in the box a cheek riser. There's a little knob on the other side. You turn and then it goes up and down as demonstrated here. That way, whenever you are going down your sights, if you already have them raised, you can get that perfect line every time. GForce does also include a very nice beefy buttstock. It is about a 1/4 inch thick to a 1/2 inch thick, somewhere in that ballpark depending on where the grooves are, and it overall looks like it'll help you mitigate that recoil very, very nicely. Final note on the stock portion of the gun as well, they do give you a QD sling mount on the very back. That is the only sling mount they give you on this rifle, so it is going to be very nice for a single point sling mount, especially to the back, unless if you wanted to attach something to the key mod up front, which will allow you to have more options. In review, you're getting an 18.5-inch barreled shotgun that has flip-up sights out of the box. It's going to be 28.5 inches long, 7.5 pounds in total, and will get you a 5+1 round magazine already in the box. In conclusion, the GForce Arms GF25 shotgun isn't your ordinary shotgun. It's a tactical beast with a sleek design and a surprising amount of power, considering it looks like an AR-15. If you're looking for a shotgun that's fun to shoot and to show off, then the GF25 definitely deserves a closer look. If you have any experiences with the GForce AR style shotgun, please leave a review down below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless, stay safe. It is time to